Welcome back to the Weekly Mash, where romance, suspense, and a dash of chaos always mix together perfectly. Today, we are joined by author Kade Charest, who's here to talk about her romantic suspense novel, Gray Area. This one has it all: second chances, morally gray MMC, family drama, secrets, and of course, danger that might just ruin everything. Kade, thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thank you so much for having me. Yes,
we
thank
are
you.
so excited to get to know you and some of your work here. Can you introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about yourself and your book or books.
Sure. Yes, I would love to. So my name is I love to. My name's Kade Charest. I'm from Massachusetts, and that sounded like a beauty pageant. I'm from Massachusetts.
I love it.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I'm a mom. I am a mom, and I am a wife, and I am a romance writer. So I am also a nurse that pays the bills, but that's okay because I'm going to be a full-time writer soon. So I'm a romance writer I love romantic suspense. That
Me too.
first and foremost has my heart. I just love a good sexy time with some plot twists. So that is what Gray Area is about. It's my most recent one. It takes place in where I'm from, which is southeastern Massachusetts. And it's Declan, which I don't know. I just like that name. I just think it's a sexy name. So his name is Declan, and he's that morally gray. I don't like anybody, MMC, but he is, and nobody can get through to him, right? But wait. So he's trying to fix his family business, not fix it so much as bring it to something more powerful. He's taking a business class, and he meets Vivian, and she wants nothing to do with him because that's the way it should be. But he is just obsessed with her a little bit, does some staring, and they get, of course, paired together in the class. And she finds the warmy chocolate center of him, and they hit it right off. There's mutual attraction because, of course, he's hot and she's gorgeous. And so yeah, of course, because it wouldn't work. So then they get together and he takes care of her, and he proves himself to really want to be there for her because she's had a really tough childhood where she's been left behind. So, but then he starts finding some things out that were maybe hidden in the family business, and he starts keeping secrets from her, not telling her the whole story because in the name of keeping her safe. But she does not like that because that's what she was always told, was this was to keep her safe. And so they separate. It's kind of goes back and forth. So the timing is a little weird. You should just buy it right now. You should just buy it right now. So it starts off present tense. It goes back to their love story and comes back to present tense, which is where their second chance takes place. Of course, I'm not going to spoil anything. It's a happily ever after because it has to be. It has to be. It's a little like, are they? Aren't they? Is he? Won't he? Yeah. Then they do.
I can't. I've been reading a lot more books that don't have a happy ending, and I just sit there and stare at the ceiling. Why? Why would they do this?
That's a romance novel by genre. It has to have a happily ever after. Drives me bananas. I've read a couple too, and I'm like, what?
I didn't ask for dark romance. I asked for romance.
Yeah.
Sad days.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah. Well, we're so excited to read it already.
Yes.
I told you guys I have a bad habit of buying books before we're done. So if you see me in left field down here,
that's
what she's doing.
So from your brief description, Gray Area has a great mix of romance and suspense. Can you give us your best elevator pitch if you only had 30 seconds to talk to a reader at a bookstore?
God, I don't know if I can, but I'm going to try. Smoldering, handsome, morally gray would kill for you. Guy falls for the girl who wants to do it all on her own and is shown what she deserves eventually. That was hard.
I mean, it worked.
I like it. Yeah. Some spice.
Throw that in there.
Sprinkle some spice. Yeah. Throw that in there right on top. Lots of jalapenos. Yeah.
Like when the salt shaker lid comes off. That's
which is generally a bad thing, but not here. Not here. It's not.
No. Your blood pressure in this area will be great.
Lots of flushing in all the right ways. You will flush in all the right ways. I'm going to write that down.
Yeah.
Use that for the next book.
Oh, man.
Yeah, we're on a roll already. Declan is described as a morally gray MMC, which, let's be real, is a lot of our favorite flavors, especially Ashley over here. What makes him gray in your eyes? And did you ever find yourself defending him while writing, or were you like, yep, he's messy and I love him for it?
A little bit of both with the defending. My best friend is always my first beta reader. She is not a morally gray MMC guy, which I
Yeah.
did not know when she read this book, and she was like, "I don't care for him." And I'm like, "No, but he's great because," and she's like, "I don't like that." I'm like, "Okay, well, you're out." But
Oh, yeah,
he
actually.
yeah, I'm gonna call my friend Ashley. She's gonna take care of this because you can't do this. So he does things just on the right side of the law, but if needed, he'll push the button. So he is the guy that if somebody's running after you or like chasing you, making you uncomfortable, he's going to make them uncomfortable in the ways they need to be with broken bones, you know?
Mhm.
Like my
Mhm.
husband will be like, I just want you to kill somebody for me. And he's like, I can't do that. It's illegal and it's
It's
rude.
rude.
And and if I had asked that question before we got married, things might have turned out differently, but they didn't. And I don't know if you've ever seen Yellowstone, but like my favorite scene in that whole series is when Rip throws the chair through the window
Yes.
and takes a bullet and it keeps going.
Mhm.
And I'm like,
Yes.
yes, that is the
I
guy.
need that kind of man.
That's the man I need in my life. So Declan, they run family businesses. They have like tenement houses, they have bars. Those are all legal. They have a little bit of a side gambling thing that's not really legal. And there's a scene where um, she's like, aren't you going to call the police? And he's like, we're just going to handle this on our own because that takes like a lot of litigation. And she's like, I don't know if I'm cool with this. But I'm like, yeah, he's going to take care of this. He's going to find out what the problem is. He's going to fix the problem.
Mhm.
He's just skirting outside the law. So while he would kill for you if he had to. And I love that.
Brian, are you listening to this? Because this is the kind of man I need. Not
I
the one that you would pay to get rid of me.
Yeah. I mean, like, right? Because sometimes I'm thinking my husband would hire a hit person, but I mean, he just has to lie to me. And he does, I mean, like, I write fiction. Like, I'm like, be fiction to me. Just tell me, yes, I'll kill somebody. That's all I need. You don't have to actually show me a body. In fact, I would prefer to
Exactly.
be implicated, quite frankly.
Man, I tell you. We need new Lamborghinis, Kate. I'm telling you, we need new Lamborghinis.
The fictional man written by,
That's why. So I think that's why I read mostly dark romance. Oh, like dark romance has my heart is because, or at least morally gray men, because I have a golden retriever husband
yes.
and I can't deal with him.
Like,
We
he's
are
great
the
in the last
grumpy and
six,
the,
except for
we
like
are the
the
grumpy and the
main killing of
sunshine.
others.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness gracious,
Yeah,
man.
I know. That's why I have a hard time with like fluffy romance. I mean, if I want to feel my feels, I read a fluffy romance. But I just want a man that's gonna like be a man.
Yeah. And it just sometimes it depends on my hormones at what point in the month and I need a certain type of romance and I go for that one. But sometimes I just need somebody that's gonna, kill somebody or oh, he looked at
Mhm.
you. And, like or yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody
He touched
possessed
you, I'm gonna chop his hand off.
exactly. And then give it to
Yeah.
you as a gift.
On your front porch. Yeah. That's my kind of man.
Well, I see some kindred spirits happening
See?
here.
Definitely. Definitely.
Yeah, you girl.
Kate and I are best friends now, don't you know, Miranda?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Yeah. Two questions
Yeah.
in, and we're already best friends. Speaking of questions, Vivian is trying to break the cycle of her and create her own path. She
Yes.
feels really relatable for readers who have wanted a fresh start. Was she inspired by anyone in real life, or did she like just come out of a fully formed path in your head?
She came from a fully formed path in my head. I mean, I have met in being a nurse and just dealing with people, I have met different people that have wanted that and have had just these horrific pasts that you hear of, that they're just trying their hardest to make for something new. So she's probably like a compilation of a bunch of people from my head. It's messy up there.
Mine too.
Well, I mean, as
Mine too.
messy as it is, you're producing these great stories for people to read. So let the
working,
mess work.
But it's
Yeah.
not right,
I love it. So the story, it has a delicious second chance romance element. Do you personally believe in second chances when it comes to love, or do you think some doors should just stay closed?
Ooh, what a good question. I love that. I think that there can be second chances, but I think now that you're saying that out loud, like sometimes I'm like when in real life when people are like, "Oh, it didn't work out," I'm like, "It didn't work out. It didn't work out for a reason." So I
Yeah.
think if I had to be honest, probably not in real life, but yeah, this is my second time writing a second chance romance, and so yeah, I guess I think it's only fiction that it can work in. Because
agree.
that was a good question. Yeah. There's certain things that I'm like, "No, you can't go back from that." But like, I guess it could happen. Yeah. But you always hear like those Facebook stories where they break up
Oh,
45
yeah.
times, and then like they're
Yeah.
like, "Well, 1 year anniversary." I'm like, did it equal a year? Did it though?
Yeah.
Those are
You were
fragments.
separated for like 7 of those 12 months.
Thanks for the best year of your life. You're like, it was actually the best year of our lives because we get to watch it unfold.
Yeah.
So
Free
I don't know about
entertainment.
you, but cool.
That if my husband and I were to ever get divorced, I don't think I'd ever like remarry.
Yeah.
Nope, can't do it. I've dealt with
Yeah.
one man for 17 years. I'm not. Nope.
That's your reasoning.
No, yeah. No, that's it. She's putting her time. She's retiring and she's taking her pension from the
Oh
union.
my goodness
Done.
gracious.
Done.
I can
Done.
do it.
I've done
You
that.
are
Been there.
cracking me up today.
Yeah.
Holy moly.
Yeah, we still have 2 more
I
after this,
know, I
Miranda.
know.
So as you said, Declan and Vivian meet in a business class. I don't know why I can't talk today. So let's have some fun. If you had to take a random college class with a love interest, what subject would you make for the most romantic meet cute? Like poetry, pottery, accounting.
How about a massage class?
Whoa.
But there was a class, and when I was in college, it was like kind of like Eastern medicine kind of thing. So it was like Reiki and massage. Can you imagine being paired up? And then you guys gotta like oil rub on each other.
There's your next
long as
book.
he's
We're just
pretty.
adding to the next book
Yeah.
with all these things. There you
That's
go.
it. Yeah, I'm gonna write it down.
Hold on, let me grab my notepad.
During massage class. But somebody gets a rash because it's bad massage. This could be a wrong.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, are you right? Like you get paired up with like the gross person.
Yeah. But
Oh.
then the pretty one comes in and like
Saves the day.
there is my 25
There
page
you go.
novella,
There you
Miranda.
go.
It's 25.
It's a running joke.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I would make a terrible author. Terrible.
Sure, you would.
I don't think so either.
I feel
Oh,
like-
if I write a fantasy book, I'm not world building. I'm not character building. You just have to know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I love romanticities, but like I gotta read them and audiobook them at the same time, and I'm like looking at maps. So I'm like, props to the people that write those because
Yeah.
they're in it.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I'm like, what was this guy's name that I'm writing? Like, I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
like I can't remember. And then it's like the big like argument. People say their name and they've only read the book, and then you've been listening to audio, and they're like, so much better than me.
Finally releases the pronunciations of their names,
That
and
is
you're like, that's not what
what we
any of us said.
No, what I said was way better. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Mine was way hotter.
Oh, goodness. Okay. Your book balances love and danger. Which came first in your writing process? Was it the romance or the suspense plotline?
It was the romance. It was the romance, and I sort of built around that. There's a Taylor Swift and Bon Iver song, and I can't think of it. Can't think of it right now, but it's basically like the guy walks into a bar and he sees her with somebody else. And like, she's like, I'm not your problem anymore. And that's basically how my book starts off. So I started off with that, or present tense. And then I was building in the back. Of course, there was always some violence not too far into the book. And then like what the actual like issue was kind of like had to tease itself out in my brain because I had a couple of different pathways of that, but it was the romance first of him just, you always want that bad boy. Every girl wants the bad boy, and every girl wants to just want to be it for her, and hardly ever are. So, but in my books, they are always it for that person that they're right.
Why we're friends. Best friends. Best friends. Don't forget that. Best. I'm going to make us
There you go.
t-shirts.
Yeah.
Bestie one
We're
and
on the
bestie
next
two.
interview.
We should.
Yeah.
Just saying. If Declan had a dating profile, what would it say under his strengths and weaknesses?
First of all, he wouldn't have one. But if somebody made one, strengths, well, of course it's a romance novel, so he's well endowed. And let's see, strengths. He's decisive, gets the things done. And weaknesses, he just has no time for bullshit. No time for bullshit.
I mean, it could be a weakness, but that could also be a strength.
That could also be a
Yeah.
strength. You're right. Like in the beginning of the book, they're in class, and like he wants to see what Vivian looks like. He's only like seen the back of her head. He was waiting to see, and some chick comes up to talk to him, and he's like, nope, you're done. And I just love that.
Yeah.
Knows what he wants, knows what he, and he's going after it.
I always love that in a book when they're like, another girl comes up and they're focused on the girl that like caught their attention. And they're trying to like politely like
push her out of the way. Like, yeah.
He's
Polite
not-
about it. I want.
Good.
Because my husband will also be like, oh no, thank you. And I want you to take her and just slam her on the floor.
Yeah. Yeah. Face first.
Mhm.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bomber
Yeah.
right out of the way.
Yeah. Guys, take
Other
notes.
Yes. Yes. So
Okay.
Vivian seems like the type that would roll her eyes at a corny pickup line. What's the worst pickup line that you think Declan might actually try on her?
Man, is a good pickup line. Declan. I think he would just be straight to it and be like, wanna fuck? And she'd be like, because normally he would be that way, and it usually works, right? For him. We've all met that person. Ugh, gross.
Nasty. You're like, no thanks. You officially just shut everything
I'm
down that
sorry.
I
I
was
didn't
feeling.
even ask if I could swear, and I'm swearing, so I
That's
It's an
funny.
apologize.
18. It's an 18
Yeah.
and over.
Yeah,
You're good.
I always
Well,
toggle the thing. Yeah, it's always toggle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
Gosh.
we
Yeah.
get it.
All good. All good.
You're good. You're good. So we've already said Declan's a morally gray MMC. So we have to ask, if he had to survive in another author's world, like the mafia romance, fantasy villains, how would he do? Would he thrive, or would he be like way over his head?
I think if it was like a mafia one, if he would thrive. If it was a romantasy, oh no, that boy would fail. He'd be with just his bad attitude and stuff. A dragon would obliterate him in the first 10 seconds. He'd be like, yeah, no. But if he was in the mafia world, I think he would fit in nicely. I think he could slide into that. But romantasy, and he's definitely not a meet cute. Oh, good, poor boy. No, he would flounder in a cozy mystery. He'd flounder.
He'd be
No,
like,
what am I doing here? Like this is
What is all
yeah,
the frill?
exactly.
What's the fuss here?
Yes. Or a Regency novel. Oh no, poor Declan. Yeah, he'd be such a rake. Isn't
Yeah.
that what it is? I think like he'd be.
Mhm.
oh,
Goodness.
Even think about.
All right.
I'm
Yeah.
dying. I'm trying not to hit the Amazon tab really
I'm
hard
surprised you
right
haven't
now.
already.
Is it on Amazon?
Babe, it's on Amazon, it's on bookshops.org. It's in a couple of local bookstores. It's going to be in some romance bookstores, but
No,
I'd love to send you guys a copy. You don't, if you'd
oh,
like
well,
it.
I would die.
Yeah,
I would
so if
absolutely
you send
die.
me addresses, I will send you copies.
Aw.
I appreciate what you're doing for the
Oh,
indie community.
gosh.
So
Gonna
I would
say
happily
no.
That's
send
so
it to you.
sweet.
He's like, oh no, I couldn't
You're the best.
possibly. Here's my
We
yeah,
actually got a message, and it was like, why do you keep asking authors for their books? And like, the only time we ever ask for a copy of their book is if they
Right.
want to send us one to put in our giveaway that we do.
yeah.
And the like I don't even know how to explain it. You guys as authors are like so like giving, and I don't know.
Oh, that's so nice though. Like, I know for myself, it's like people are like, stop giving your book away. But I'm like, but I want people to enjoy the story, right? Like
Yeah.
that's the whole thing. Like when people tell me they like love the story or the book, I'm like, oh my God, that's like fangirl stuff. Like they're my new favorite
Right.
person. So, and it's like, even if they didn't like it, if they're like, oh, I liked this part about it, but it really
Yeah.
wasn't for me. I'm like, thanks for being honest. Like, that's great. But no, I happily will send you guys copies, and I'd love to send something for a giveaway if you're doing a giveaway.
Darn.
Yeah.
Oh, you're amazing.
No,
Gosh,
you
my
guys are
heart.
amazing.
Well, thanks.
I know. Now we're all like, oh, God.
Darn. Well, I'll have to go buy one of your other books.
Yeah,
then.
there
All
you
right,
go.
well, okay,
There
yeah.
you go. I love romantic suspense, so
I know.
yeah, I'll probably jump into that.
I feel like it doesn't get like a lot of hype though. Like I feel
I
like
agree.
I don't see it a lot. Like it's a lot of like they're either really, really dark or they're like really cutesy. I don't see like anything in the middle. But I'm
And
like,
it's hard to find them. Like if you search like romantic suspense, it all comes up with like the fluffy. And I'm like,
right.
I want my heart pumping.
Yeah, I agree. All right, so speaking of writing romantic suspense, let's look at the writing that you're doing in your process. So this book is tackling secrets. We have family loyalty. There's danger. Was there a scene that was the hardest to write because of the emotional weight behind it?
so there's a scene where his dad kind of like confesses. Some of it is like the secrets. He kind of has to confess two things to Declan in this book, and he kind of puts him in that wild position of like, you can't tell your brothers. I need you to just hang on to this. I'm working on it, kind of a thing in both situations. And it comes to a head, and you can you feel everybody's been entrusted with that secret or something,
Mhm.
like, even if it's not that deep, but like these are deep. And he's like, I really need to share it, but I can't share it. And I respect my father and I love my father, but like, I know that he can't do this on his own. And then he ends up having to take it on anyway. But like, just like, as a parent too, to be like, the father feels like he's failed him. And like,
Mhm.
so now he's having to tell him. And like, for me, it was like both Declan being like, "Oh, now what do I do with this?" But also the father, like, as a parent being like, "I did this and I don't know what to do now, but I'm trying. And I really, I was trying to set it up for you guys, but I didn't set it up well." So it was like
Yeah.
that, like, just poor
Yeah.
Papa Falco. Yeah.
I know. I'm sad.
I know. I'm sorry. It's very brief. It's very brief. Yeah.
Brief sadness.
But
This,
the parents, whenever they do that in a book, I'm always like, or like the
Mhm.
uncles who feel
Yeah.
bad because, mom and dad passed away or something. It's like that right there is just like
the
Mhm.
tug on your strings, because especially being parents, like, you're like,
Yeah.
I
yeah.
feel that. It's like when you get older, like America's Funniest Home Videos, when they used to fall, used to be funny, but now it's like when you watch it, you're like, oh God, I hurt for you. If you
Like,
feel
is
it and
that
you
kid
hate,
okay? Can we
Yeah.
yeah,
take them to the doctor?
Right?
oh God, I felt that right in my bones.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yep.
Especially because I have an 8-year-old son who is
Yes.
Knievel himself.
They're like Tasmanian devils on crack,
Yep.
those
Mhm.
babies. Yeah.
Oldest two are girls, and they're super chill. Well, they used to be super chill, super laid back. They're 17 and 14, or 16 and 14. I don't know why I said 17. And then I had my son 5 years later, and it's like, holy tornado. I used to
Mhm.
call him Deanado because his
Yeah.
name's Dean. And because he would literally just like, there would be a path of
Path
destruction
of
behind him.
destruction.
My house hasn't been cleaned since they've arrived. So I'm just
Oh my
waiting.
goodness. I feel
Just
that
waiting
so
for them
much.
to move it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You get that
Like,
too.
even, like, I have a housekeeper coming, it's, like, the summer, and she's like, "Do you want me to come?" I'm like, "No, come back in September," because it's just there's no point.
It's
It's
no point.
like shoveling in the ocean. You're just not gonna make
Yeah.
any headway, so just, yeah, don't. Thanks for the help, but no. Yeah.
Yeah. No, my middle goes to Miranda's house a lot and normally stays like the whole summer. And she's like my messy one. And so while she was gone, I cleaned the whole house and it looked great. And then she came back and she brought one of Miranda's with her. And it's like, holy mac and cheese. Like, what?
Yeah.
There's nothing that you guys
There's
stayed in
nothing
her
left.
room the whole
Everything
entire
touched.
time.
And it just
Yeah.
like trickles out.
Yeah.
It spreads.
Yeah.
And then
It's
it's like,
terrible.
"We're gonna have company tonight," and I'm like, I'm in my bedroom right now, and I'm like, "Yep, this is where we've hidden everything."
My
Yeah.
office during the
This is
summer.
the home.
Yeah, my
This is
office
where
during the
we've
summer is
hidden.
the catch-all.
Yes,
So
'cause you're
Mhm.
like, "Gotta go somewhere."
That's my laundry room. My laundry room's like right in the middle of my house and it's like a
Yeah.
walk through to the kitchen. And
And
my
then you
laundry room
can't
is like the
walk through
storage
it.
room.
It loses that feature. That feature is like, take
Yeah, it's terrible. So on the flip side of the sad part to write, what scene was the most fun to write? The one that made you smile or like kick your feet under your desk?
it's always the spicy ones, right?
Oh yeah.
So they have, the first time that they hook up, it's really good, and they can't wait for anything, and they end up breaking a futon.
Okay.
And that one had me laughing because, like, it was already I kind of, like, built it up that they was just kinda like a junky futon that they just had, and they could not handle Declan.
Brian, we need to go get your name changed.
Oh my gosh, stop.
We actually made a joke. Oh, I made a joke. We were talking to an author about like who she would cast for her MMC.
Oh,
And
yeah.
she's like, I just want something with like a deep, like raspy voice. And I'm like, Brian, you need to download a voice changer. And we're driving somewhere a couple days ago. And my son's in the back seat. And he's like, Dad, why do you have a voice changer on your phone?
Because what mommy wants, mommy gets. Okay, baby, that's what happens.
I was like, oh my God. And I think my middle was in the back seat. And she's like, gross. And I'm like, I didn't even know we had it.
That was gonna be a surprise for you, but now the kids ruined it. It's done. I know, I wanna do an audiobook so bad, but it's like then I'm also like, I gotta find the perfect voice because of course in my head, it's like a
Right.
certain like he's got a certain tenor and
Yeah.
a certain, like, rough
Mm-hmm.
voice, and it's like that
Yeah.
and money. But I mean,
Right.
honestly, it's
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's the
We
creative
were just talking.
freedom and the dollars.
yeah.
We were just talking to somebody, and she was explaining to us how expensive. Like she found like the one, and like how she had to like sell like what was it 300 copies of her book in order to just pay for him and not pay for all the work she just put into the
Right.
book. And I'm like,
Yeah.
Who
It's
didn't
holy
want it?
whack-a-mole.
like
Yeah.
I'm very fortunate because I know not everybody like I have a job that can pay the bills and like I'm fortunate to be able to put some money into my books and to do certain things that I
Yeah.
know not everybody can. Like I can get the full package editing and like stuff I just have to save for it. But I'm like, it's like the audiobook that people are like, yeah, audiobook. And I'm like, no. And I have to be honest, like I know AI gets a lot of hype, but like I've thought about the AI
Mhm.
narration
Yeah.
because I'm like, so expensive. Like it's at
Yeah.
least $4,000 to $5,000 to really
Yeah.
get a good book done. And I'm like, you see why people want to pay like $300, $400 to get it out there. Like
Yeah.
I can understand the appeal. Like it's
Yeah.
Oh
not,
yeah, 100%.
yeah. I'd love to get a real person, but they're so
Yeah.
Don't
I'd just be
blame me
like,
there.
you don't get an audio version. Sorry.
that's the thing. I'm like, sorry, nope.
Yeah.
You
Just
have
like
to read it.
It is
the
what
pretty
it
cover.
is. Take it or leave it.
Yeah, get what you can get.
Sorry. Unless you're gonna pay for it for me, and then I'd be happy
Yeah,
to
there
do
you
it.
go.
I'd love to do that for you. Yeah, exactly.
Oh
And again,
gosh.
I love audiobooks, right? I love
Yeah.
them. That's like it would be so great, but you got to
Yeah.
choose.
Yeah. Nope.
So do you, when you are writing, do you plot everything out or do you let Declan and Vivian sort of just take over and pull you into the chaos?
I would love to be a plotter. It's just not for this girl. So I compare my writing to like quilting. So like I will make a square and then I build around it. And so sometimes it's like I'm like I got a really good spicy scene idea and I make that and then I work from there around that. So I kind of work scene by scene and kind of like plug them in. So sometimes I get all these scene ideas and then I finally push them all together and then I'm reading it and I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. And I have to add over here. Or like I'll put notes in there that'll be like add spice. Like I like add and I'm like, oh, what was I thinking that day? Like that was I wasn't in the mood that one. But yeah, so it's not ever plotted out. I know generally like how like what their personalities are gonna be like.
Mhm.
Then I know it's gonna be a happily ever after. But everything that happens in the middle and generally like this series is gonna be a romantic suspense. So I'm like, I gotta have a really good problem and I've got a few of them in mind. But other than that, it spirals.
I like that.
It's
I
funny
think
'cause
that's
a
cool.
lot of the off. Sorry, Miranda, go ahead.
No, you're fine. I'm
I
good.
think I lagged for a sec.
Nope. Continue.
Sorry. Sorry. I think it's funny because a lot of the authors that we talk to are mostly pantsers.
Yeah.
Yes.
And to sit down and write a book, I'm just going to sit here and type and then like be able to walk away and come back and like continue. I'd be so lost.
It's like I've tried to be a plotter and I've taken like courses or like I've read articles and I'm like, I don't fit in that box. I just don't fit in that box. And it sounds lovely, but it's not for this girl. Like cause sometimes I'm like, oh, that's a good idea. I got to get this whole situation down. And I get that down. I'm like, and I like the labels on my files when I save them, it's like Declan in bar fight. It's like, all right, like which bar? Like I'm like going back and like, I gotta read this. Like, yeah.
And then you're like, I don't remember what that was about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know
That's
what
another
book
reason.
fight on, but whatever. Yeah. And like I have this like then I end up with like this other document called scraps. So it's like as I go through, I'm like, okay, this doesn't fit, but I still like it. So let me just put it over here in case I want to go back to it. And like so I have like all these scraps of things that never
That's
made it
funny.
into the book. Yeah.
I'm really bad, and once I read a book, and as soon as I shut it, my
it's
memory is
gone.
like erased.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
gone.
It's like when
I
you take a
try.
test and your friend's like, what was that question? And you're like, oh, I have no
Well,
idea. Press the whole memory of that thing. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it's like Miranda writes the scripts like a week in advance. And so sometimes somebody will be like, well, what do you mean by that question? I'll be like, I don't know, Miranda. What do you mean by that question? She's like, I don't even remember that question.
Trying to figure out a week ago Miranda. Who knows where
Yeah.
she was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows? Yeah. Okay, we're doing our favorite part of our segment, lightning round.
And I like this one. Yeah.
Nobody likes lightning rounds.
I love the excitement.
Love games.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, coffee, tea, or energy drinks while you write?
Coffee. I like
Coffee, yeah.
tea. Like I like gossip, but I drink coffee. Yep.
Yeah. Morally Gray MMC or Cinnamon Roll MMC?
Morally Gray.
Yeah,
Morally
I
Gray.
knew the answer to that question.
Would you rather have one epic love or 3 second chances?
One epic love.
Mm-hmm.
Best writing fuel, snacks or playlists?
Playlist.
Ooh. The most nerve-wracking first date or first book review?
First book review. Oh, and
I can
1,000 first
imagine.
dates. Yeah, sketch. Yeah.
Nope. Nope.
Oh gosh.
No.
Well, that was the speed round. It went speedy.
Yeah. I've been watching a bunch of them. Like, oh, I hope they do this. I hope they do this with me. Like, I'm like, I want to do it.
We
I
love
love
the
that.
speed rounds.
Yeah,
I
it's
love
so
them so much.
fun. Yeah. Well, that was actually the end of our questions, Kate. So
That was
this has
so
been
fun.
a blast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me. This was so fun.
Oh, we
We
loved
are
having
so
you.
blessed to have you, and Gray Area sounds like such a good read. I can't wait to
I
jump
know.
into it.
Me
Yes.
too.
Send me addresses and I will send books out.
We will send it. You're the
You're
best.
so sweet.
And are you
I know.
doing a giveaway or do you need more books for a giveaway? Okay.
I will
We
have
always do
all of the
giveaways.
info sent to you here in
Perfect.
like
I would love that. Yeah.
15 minutes.
Your
maybe.
imaginary watch. Yeah.
Yes.
Set that watch. Yeah.
Yes.
I know. I like how she didn't look at her
Alarm.
phone. She's like,
I know.
And it's like nobody wears watches anymore, but we all do it, even if you don't like.
I
I wear
know.
one, but I'm like always like, "Oh, this thing's running slow."
yeah.
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 Yeah. That's just what we do.
Yeah. Mhm.
Anyways, for our listeners, watchers, wherever you are catching this episode, you can snag a copy of Gray Area on Amazon and the other book sites that Cade mentioned previously. So hopefully
Yes.
you didn't just skip to the end. Thank you so much for joining us. Can you tell our followers where they can follow you?
I am on all the socials because I'm a social media whore. So I'm on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook as at author Kade Charest, all one word. You can find me there.
Easy peasy. Love it.
I know.
I love it when all of the handles are the same.
Worked really hard on that. Yeah. I'm really proud of
Yes.
it.
I know. I changed ours and I was like, oh, there's one I think I couldn't change.
Ugh,
And I'm like, oh
Yeah.
no.
I know. I think TikTok has periods in between the
Yeah.
words, and then Instagram has underscores in between the words. I'm like, Ash, why did you do
worst.
that?
It's like,
Because TikTok doesn't let you do underscores and Instagram doesn't let you do periods.
they know what they're doing there. They know what they're doing.
They know what
doing
they're
it on
doing.
purpose.
Maybe we just take
But
out
I wanted
the middleman. I don't know.
I wanted
then
it to be
it's
bold.
one word, you're
and
like,
to
what does
be-
that mean? What does that word mean? Who are these people?
It's all mixed
No.
together.
Oh, that's weird.
Gosh, too funny, too funny. Anyways, we will have everything Cade linked below in the captions so that you can follow and check out Gray Area and all of the rest of Cade's amazing work. Until next time, keep mashing up your TBRs with us on the Weekly Mash, and we will see you soon.